Greetings, everybody. I believe that the numbers that you see on the overlay of this stream right now, or of this video, are the drop rates for items of various rarities within the Survivor and the Wanderer crates. The colors reflecting the different rarities. In a minute here, I'm going to go over how I kind of came to these conclusions and what I did to calculate these numbers, and a couple other observations that I've made just kind of doing a lot of research and analysis of the Steam marketplace. So they announced these new crates on August 3rd. The Survivor and Wanderer crates do not require a key, and that's strictly what I'm focusing on in this video. And after a lot of data collection, I believe these numbers are accurate, and the average, I believe, is a better representation of the actual chances of getting any of these items. So these are just estimates based on quite a few large assumptions, but based on the consistency of the calculated averages for the two different crates, I believe they're fairly accurate. So I also set up a survey that I would love for you guys to fill out. That link is in the description, where you can choose what items you got and what rarity, and hopefully we'll get some different data from this and figure out what the actual drop rates are for all these various items. So let's go back to the game. So how I did this is, first I observed how many different listings there are for every single item in the Steam marketplace at exactly the same time at 4 o'clock yesterday, August 7th, when I was doing all the research for this. So what I did was basically I listed out every single item on this handy little spreadsheet here and searched all the items in the Steam marketplace and wrote down exactly how many were listed within the marketplace. Now, the issue with this is that items that were available prior to August 3rd had significantly more listings. So if we search for the pleated miniskirt, there's still 3 listings. And we can see that if we look at the lifetime stats for this item, August 1st is the first day that it was available. Whereas if we look for an item that was available previously, like the padded jacket, Urban, well, there's over 3,000 items, and the price dropped dramatically on August 3rd because, well, the market was kind of in flux and people didn't know what to expect with the new crates. So then what I did, this is kind of complicated. So I assumed that items were being listed proportionally in the rate that they were being found. So for example, there were only 3 listings when I collected the data for the skirt, and over 3,000 listings for some of these, and over 3,600 listings for the, well, my projected new listings for the common items. What I also did is for these, I removed these extraneous numbers for items that were previously listed on the marketplace, came up with an average of the total listings for new items, which ended up being 303, and then used that number as the amount of new listings of old items, and then summed all those up as the total amount of new listings from the Survivor and Wanderer crates, which came up with a number of 4,666 new listings from items from the Wanderer crate since August 3rd, and which was remarkably close to the number that I came up with for the Survivor crate, 4,115. And then with these total sums for each category and total sums for all listings at that moment in time, I was able to come up with, well, the numbers on the overlay, which tell you exactly what percentage of the total listings since August 3rd are of each rarity item. So, like I've pointed out a couple times, I made some big assumptions here, but I do think it's a pretty good prediction of what the actual rarity rates are for all these different items. So to further kind of So I noticed a couple other interesting things throughout my data gathering. So the first thing was, let's go back to here and search for Twitch. So the Twitch Prime, so we know that all four of these items, the shirt, boots, pants, and balaclava, exist in the exact same quantity within Steam, because every Twitch Prime set has the exact same items within it. And the balaclava is selling for, well, significantly more than every other item, and there's over twice or nearly twice as many listings for the balaclava as the other not as interestingly cosmetic items. So that actually lends credence to the theory that, using the data that I've collected, that more listings will be for these extremely expensive items like the pleated miniskirt that's selling for over $300 right now, than super cheap items like blue cargo pants that only had 156 listings. Second, I also collected data on the drop rates for various other games. Now, in China, their Consumer Protection Bureau requires the developers of these games to publicly post the rates and the chances of getting items of different rarities. They are not posted for PUBG yet, and these numbers only reflect the rates in China. None of these companies have actually come out and said that, oh, the drop rates for Overwatch in China are actually the drop rates globally, or for Hearthstone or League of Legends or anything like that. So these games only, so for the two Blizzard games, Overwatch and Hearthstone, they only had basically 2 tiers of rarity. So it's hard to project that whether or not, like, there should be any similarities. Obviously, they're completely different companies, completely different games. I did think it was kind of interesting that the League of Legends, the Ward skin and the Summoner icon drop rates were at 2%. And again, this is China only. They have not come out and said that this actually reflects rates in America. And finally, the last very interesting observation I made was, if you're looking to play the PUBG markets, I would highly recommend investing in gas masks, the half gas mask, and the shirt, or this black shirt. And there's a couple other items, but these are the most interesting ones cosmetically, which is kind of what going back to what I was talking about the Twitch items before, in that these 2 items are no longer available in any crates. And the black shirt, unlike many other items, is actually going up dramatically in price since August 3rd, whereas many other items are going down in price. The half gas mask has gone up in price as well, from 2 cents to 18 cents. That's a 50% return. So, you know, I've never considered playing the Steam markets before, but with the shirt here, this certainly looks, I would give this a buy recommendation since August, let's see, August 3rd, when it was 39 cents to 65 cents. I mean, it's kind of a crazy idea. It's like a stock market. But anyway, I hope you found this interesting. I had a lot of fun gathering this data. If you have any ideas for how to more accurately estimate these values, or if you've run your own analysis and come up with different figures, please let me know. You can email me at john@wikigameguides.com. And if you're interested in how I came up with these numbers in a little bit more detail, check out the link in the description of this video, where I go over the full details of how I came up with these numbers. Otherwise, just use this data accordingly for when you're planning on buying and selling Wanderer and Survivor crates in PUBG. And please subscribe for more updates for PUBG. I'm loving the hell out of it, and I did not expect to do any data analysis and projections when I started playing this game, but that's the kind of grip this game actually has on me these days. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something, and game on.